747-3733.
ESPN 1063.
WESP Jupiter, a Good Karma Brands radio station.
If you are a Miami Dolphins season ticket holder, I apologize in advance.
Live from the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios.
The man your man could smell it.
Theo Dorsey is theoretically speaking.
But are you a different animal and the same beast?
Streaming live on YouTube.
You break up with me because of what I do on the radio?
Here's Theo Dorsey.
Hey. So good to be back with you here again on Emotion Monday. It's Emotion Monday, October 20th. We are back at it on Theoretically Speaking. And I got a big smile on my face, ear to ear, because the football weekend, despite it being a bit of a bore, panned out pretty well for the guy. Friday night was ugly. Friday night, I was in the midst of despair. The Miami Hurricanes did that thing that the Hurricanes tend to do, or at least they have done over the past couple of decades. Build up the hype, remind us that the U is back, and deliver an absolute dud. For the second straight year on a Friday night in one of these ACC kickoff games, the Canes have an embarrassing performance. But at least last year, it ended with Miami coming away with the win off of the Hail Mary that wasn't against Virginia Tech this past Friday night at home against Louisville. Carson Beck did his best Tua Tagovailoa impersonation and gave the game away. Seacats on the other side of the glass on the ones and twos. I know I'm a little hurt about my Canes. I'm excited because my Kansas City Chiefs returned to form, a 31-zip shutout of the Las Vegas Raiders, back in the prominent spot in the National Football League, back as the favorite to win the Super Bowl. But Seacat on the other side of the glass on the ones and twos. Is there any reason I should remain faithful or confident in these Canes? You're a Penn State fan. You've lost your coach already and all hopes of a championship this year. One game ain't the end of the year, end of the season.
But it's a familiar sight. So you can take the glass half full or the glass half empty with that. Yeah. Miami losing the game they shouldn't, preventing them possibly because now they do not control their own fate when it comes to the ACC championship game. That could be it because of the schedule of this year. You got to root for somebody to lose in the ACC in order to jump into the ACC title game.
That's crazy.
That's got to be painful.
How backhanded would that be? How backhanded would that be if this is the year the Canes do make it to the 12-team playoff, but they don't even make it to Charlotte?
Not even a representative, let alone win the game. That's absolutely brutal.
Oh, man. I guess if I had to choose, clearly, if you had to choose between the two, even though one does come with the other, I would rather them make the 12-team playoff and be healthy than just care about winning an ACC championship game. But this was the year to do it. Like, the ACC is wide open. Like, if Georgia Tech is the team to beat, I feel confident that the Canes can get over that hump. But I can't say that anymore because what the hell was that? And you know what's worse about a CCAT? I don't know if it's better or worse that I wasn't able to actually watch the Miami-Louisville game until about the fourth quarter because I was out shooting high school football. So I'm like listening to it and I'm trying to stream it on the ESPN app and everything, but I'm also shooting a football game that I'm at. What's worse about all of it is all of the incoming text that I'm getting throughout, I'm not even able to actively address or engage with how bad my team is doing. And I can't properly even respond to these trolling comments from all the homies because I don't even know what the hell's going on. And I kept thinking in the back of my head, they'll figure it out. They'll figure it out. The game is close. They'll get a win. And then I was able to finally position myself to watch the last 3 or 4 drives, pretty much the fourth quarter. And I know Carson Beck went to the excuse machine in the press conference after that last throw, which he said he was supposed to be hot with the receiver. He throws a pick right to the defender, throws the game away. But then I go back to that and I look at it and I say, damn it, Mario. I want to blame Beck in that situation, but Beck had already thrown, 3 interceptions that game? And I know that he's the veteran quarterback. He's been in these big spots. The reason why we're confident as Canes fans in Miami this year is because you have the big game quarterback and the complementary team around him. But you're in field goal range. You're down by 3. I like going for the win as well, but damn it. Out of all the times, we're always conservative as hell, and that was the time we chose to be aggressive, and it bit us in the tail. So A little hurt about that.
Yeah, I don't know if it's better to miss the game where your team rips your heart out of your chest, or if it's better to watch every snap. You almost feel robbed because you didn't get to witness all 60 minutes of your team proving that they didn't have it that night and proving that they would deserve to be dropped in the rankings like they will be. So it's almost like a thief in the night just took your TV, you get back to your house and your TV is gone, versus sitting on your couch and feeling the pain of someone walking in and taking your 75-inch plasma screen television off your TV. Which is worse?
I don't know.
Guess, you know what?
I couldn't watch it back. That was the issue, too. After I saw the result, I was like, I'm not watching the first 3 quarters. I'm good.
That happened with both Penn State disasters. I was not able to watch them lose to UCLA and not able to watch them lose to Northwestern. So it didn't hurt me as much. I think I prefer not being able to watch the game.
It's kind of a blessing and a curse. It is. But I look at it more as a bit of it just feels a little derailing. So I don't even know, like, somebody was asking me, like, okay, well, what do you think about them going forward? I'm like, well, I don't know. I don't know. Like, the rest of the schedule is easy. The Canes should be able to cruise to wins in the rest of their games, except for SMU on the road. That one I'm a little nervous about, but I'm like, I just don't know. Like, now, instead of me trying to make predictions about the Canes season, instead of me being like bolsterous and trying to pound my chest and say, we got this, we're back, we got a Heisman candidate, the Heisman's done. We can say that confidently. Like,
it might go vacant this year. There is no Heisman.
Yeah. And there will be no Heisman for Carson Beck. There probably is not going to be even a trip to New York for him at this point, because to lose that game in prime time in that fashion where it's clearly on you, I do think that that's over with. But you still can win the ACC. You still can make the 12-team playoff, but you are a little more vulnerable. So whatever. I'll get off the Canes. And if you do want to, like we always tell you to, tap in on our coverage of all things South Florida, all things sports in the area. Make sure you download that ESPN South Florida app. That's where you can listen live to the games. That's where you can watch games back. If you missed on the high school football coverage we had, you can go there as well. So go to where you download your apps, ESPN South Florida app. You get Theoretically Speaking, stream us there. You get Russo and Rizzo, stream them there. You also get to watch all of that stuff back. And when you do, you will see a lot of me praising what the Canes will be. You'll also see, remember, don't forget this, CCAT, on Friday when we had Jonathan Zaslow on, I told both of y'all verbatim, these Friday night games give me the heebie-jeebies. I'm a little nervous about tonight. There were two games left on the schedule that I was nervous about. It was this Friday night game and SMU on the road. And exactly what I feared played out. So
does that help you at all, knowing that you saw the warning signs?
No, because there's no real thrill or benefit in being right about your team losing.
No.
It doesn't help. I will say I did put money on it and I won money, and I still didn't feel good about it.
Whoa. You emotionally hedged. When did you put the money on it?
About when I started getting texts, about a quarter and a half in, because I knew it had a chance of happening. And if I'm a bad Canes fan for this, then screw you. I made a little bread. I'm happy about it. I knew going into the game that this could be an issue. I knew how Jeff Brom can prepare his teams and how they always seem to put up a fight against top 10 teams. It's a conference game. It's a short week. It's weird. Miami's feeling itself a little bit, so it had all the makings of a Miami disappointment game. So I figured if I'm not going to be able to watch it and I'm getting these texts and it's looking bad and this is already like a pick or two into the game for Carson Beck, I was like, you know what? If it's going to happen, I want to make some money off. So I did.
I feel like this is punishable. You should not be emotionally hedging mid-game against your team.
Why not?
Because it's changing your rooting interest.
I still was rooting for the Canes to win. It wasn't that much money. I didn't go. I'm not a millionaire now.
Yeah, but you left all of the Miami Hurricanes fans behind.
Oh, I did.
You said, well, you guys might be losers, but I had the foresight to say this possibly could happen. So my lunch is paid for, and you guys can go cry.
Oh, yeah.
That's not good.
What am I supposed to do? Like,
all
I'm supposed
for
to go
one,
down
one
with the
for
ship?
all. Yeah, ride or die with your team. That's what fandom is.
How about this then? We'll ask the good people. Am I wrong? Am I wrong for emotionally hedging against the Canes on Friday night, despite I was right? Like the winning ticket I got says I was right, but CCAT saying I'm wrong for doing it. Like I left other Canes fans out high and dry. Y'all let us know. Good or bad on me as a Miami Hurricane fan that to bet on Louisville to win the game, which they did. in a game in which we kind of needed to win, and we were all rooting for the Canes to pull it out. Also, shout out Malachi Tony, by the way. That dude, no issues with his game at all. I know people said that him tracking down that one deep ball that turned into an interception could have been on him. He could have came back and attacked the ball. There's no way in hell you're going to get me to sit behind a microphone and be critical of number 10. He's the best thing we have going with the Miami Hurricanes, and I pray that he is like that for the next 3 years till he goes to the league. Am I a bad guy? Am I a bad Canes fan for hedging emotionally and betting on the Cardinal to win? 888-760-3776. 888-760-3776. Hit us up on the Baptist Health hotline. Speaking of Baptist Health Orthopedic Care, CCAT, you know I'm back in that gym.
How the joints feel?
I was in it this morning.
Okay.
And my joints right now are good. I have not started feeling any kind of suffering from overuse or anything like that because I've only been back in that gym for about 2 weeks. Now, maybe as I continue to go, I generally have this thing that ends up happening with my elbow, my right elbow. I'll feel some sharpness in it after about a month or two back in it, and then I'll have to rest a little bit. There's certain things that change about our bodies as we get older. It's natural. It happens to all of us. Don't feel ashamed by it. If you're feeling these joint pains, if you're feeling any atypical soreness, any kind of maybe injuries you've suffered from some of the recreational sports that you play in, Baptist Health Orthopedic Care can be there for you. And though you may be an amateur in what you're doing, they want to welcome you to being treated like a pro, right? Welcome to pro-level orthopedic care at Baptist Health. From sports injuries to everyday aches, our expert team delivers the same advanced care trusted by the pros. So get back to the life and the activities that you love. And you can learn more at baptisthealth.net/ortho. They can get you right, and they are going to treat you like the professionals we watch on the TV screens because they treat them as well. And they won't shortchange you. baptisthealth.net/ortho. 888-760-3776. Am I a bad Canes fan for betting on the Cardinals to win? Despite I was right. So, I mean, and that's, have you ever done an emotional hedge?
Never. I do the opposite, and it always turns out bad. I have never won a bet where I bet on my team, whether it's a season-long prediction, whether it's a playoff series prediction, whether it's a money line. I have never bet on my team to win and cashed that ticket.
So you just stay away. You're just a stay away guy. When it
no,
comes to your favorite, okay, yeah, you just lose money.
I come back
team.
Begging for more.
Okay, okay.
This will be the one.
I do my best, and I'm not saying I'm perfect at it, but I do my best to try and actually take my fandom out of any kind of bets I make. That's how I was able to do the quote unquote emotional hedge and bet on Louisville. So I like to just use my proper judgment, and sometimes it bites you in the tail. And then when you're a fan of the Chiefs and you've been betting on them to win the Super Bowl over the past 5 years, sometimes it ends very well. So it depends on the team. It depends on the action. And I do understand that with you being a Yankees fan, a Penn State fan, and a Baltimore Ravens fan, and some of y'all's biggest games, which you probably are more inclined to bet on, they haven't gone your way.
They have not. Nope. Especially when you're talking money line. Sometimes if you a dog on the road, they'll cover the spread here and there, but to win the game outright, my teams don't like doing that.
It's crazy to me, man.
Even the one time I bet on the Ravens to win the division, that happened to be the 2020 season where they did not do that. Like, I just have a tendency to pick the spots in all the wrong ways when it comes to betting on my favorite teams.
How about our survivor picks, though? Our survivor, we survive another week.
Yeah. No, it was a chalky weekend in football.
It was.
In NFL football, it was all chalk, yawn. The public won like no other. So if you're a guy like me who, when he places wagers that are not on his favorite team, but are just following the betting markets and fading the public and following the pros, you got your butt kicked. And me and you got our butt kicked on Cover 5.
Yeah.
Because I was going for those dogs, going for those teams that aren't that attractive to bet on, but had a probability a little bit higher to win or cover at least, and that did not happen.
Let's stick. I'm with you in that. That's going to happen. No matter if you're, fading the public. No matter if you have your own models or you're going with your own intuition, you're going to have good weeks. You're going to have bad weeks. You're going to have some weeks where you go 500. I do think with our Cover 5 picks, I like the process.
Stay to the path.
We have to stick to it because where you can screw yourself up is Now don't
Oh my
chase
gosh.
the
Yeah.
results.
Oh my, it's thinking,
Yeah.
oh wait, all of the good teams won this week?
Yeah.
I guess I'm going to have to bet on all of the good teams in week 8. That is where you get in dangerous waters. Exactly. I like the sentiment, Theo.
Yeah.
I really do like the sentiment because I feel like the natural reaction is, like you said before, just completely abandoning the process, the path, the program that you had to get here that had us all the way come back from massive deficit.
Yeah, it was whooping.
We'll be back next week.
We'll be back. We'll be back.
But Survivor-wise, we survived and advanced.
We did survive in advance. You had the
I had
Kansas
the
City
Chiefs.
Chiefs, which
So-
was that was easy.
It was
Yeah.
really easy,
That
so
was
at least I had no drama in that case where I never saw my life flash before my eyes like someone who picked the Broncos.
Oh,
But you picked the Bears, and it was relatively easy.
yeah, the
The
Bears.
Saints kept it close-ish in the second half.
The great thing about the Bears pick was as bad as Caleb Williams was, as bad as the Bears were in spots, like with that special teams play. It was a lot of wonky stuff going on. Caleb Williams dropped the ball like 3 times. Like there was a lot of snap exchange issues, some of that due to the weather. As bad as the Bears were, the Saints are still inept. And I think that is what had me confident throughout that whole game. It was a 3-zip at the end of the first quarter, but by halftime when the Bears had a 20-7 lead, I was like, I feel good.
I think with survivor pools, as I'm getting deeper and deeper into this, again, this is the first time I've ever advanced past week 3. So I am in quite literally uncharted waters. This is the first one you've done entirely. So you are in uncharted waters.
Well, technically last year was my first one, and we both got bounced week 1 with the Bengals. So
so we're both kind of feeling this out and enjoying the ride. Keeping the good teams is just as important as fading the bad teams.
Yeah.
Like a bad team will find a way to lose almost at a higher rate than a good team will find a way to win. And you see that in the numbers. Like you will have more 1, 2, or 3 win teams than you will have 17, 16, 15 win teams.
Exactly.
So just look for those spots more so than holding on to your Ravens, Chiefs, Bills, because when they should win, they will lose at a higher clip than when a bad team will win when they should lose.
Yeah.
There we go.
You got there. It was a roundabout way, but you got there. But again, the Jets, I would say the Jets, the Dolphins, and the Saints feel like the best teams to fade right now. The issue is, and I'm looking ahead at week 8. We're going to talk about those Dolphins, by the way. Don't you worry. I know you saw the headline. I know you saw my tweet. We are going to get to those Fins who have a big decision to make, but according to Ian Rappaport and all reports coming out of Miami Gardens, they are staying steady with Mike McDaniel, at least to date. The Dolphins are at the Falcons. Falcons looked bad last night. Falcons offensively, and I don't know if that was like the 49ers being good or the Falcons not really clicking like they should, and Michael Penix looked a little banged up, but I don't know how much I trust the Falcons with my survivor life. The Jets, the 0-7, the winless Jets are at the Bengals. Dude, I don't know if I can ever pick the Bengals again in Survivor. I don't know if I have it in me. And the weird thing is they're 3-4. Joe Flacco is there. They're looking a lot better. They just got done with a big win on Thursday Night Football. That means they had extended rest. They're going up against a Jets team where it looks like all hell is breaking loose. Breece Hall looks like he's going to break out into tears at every press conference. Aaron Glenn doesn't know if he wants to start Tyrod Taylor or Justin Fields. Either one of those two guys feels like a quarterback to fade, but still, it's the Bengals.
Yeah.
Bengals. And then the other one, who's the other team that we would fade here typically? Oh, the Saints. The Saints are at home against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. So maybe that's the way.
Yeah, divisional games, that's a little bit scary in that right. And it's a road game for the Buccaneers. We'll see what happens to Tampa tonight. I'm excited for that game. Is Tampa still a 5.5-point dog on the road at Detroit? That's kind of scary. Was it last week the Chiefs beat the Lions? Was it?
Yeah. That was last week. The Chiefs blew them out. No. Actually, the Lions 6.5 now for Detroit.
6.5. Well, it's been or at least if you haven't heard about this yet, the Lions under Dan Campbell in these last 2 years, after a loss, they are a buzzsaw after a loss. We saw it immediately when they lost week 1 against the Packers, how they destroyed the Bears. Anticipate these Tampa Bay Buccaneers that I'm very high on, that a lot of people are very high on, maybe not looking that good tonight because the Lions are very good after losses, especially at home, and they're almost a touchdown favorite. Yeah.
Yeah, I like the Lions a lot tonight. I believe. Do we have them in cover 5 as well?
We do have the Lions in
So
cover
that could be
5.
that could save our day or ruin our night.
A nice 40-point blowout. That would be nice.
That would be nice. And the Bucs are banged up, and that's why I would be nervous about picking the Bucs next week too. Is just like, and we saw it last night though. The 49ers, injury laden. Everybody wrote them off. No Fred Warner, no Nick Bosa, no any weapons that Mac Jones had to deal with, and you're out your starting quarterback. Sometimes there's a weird thing that happens in the NFL where the wounded dog, right, the wounded animal, and they're striving for survival. They fight even harder than maybe the starters would have, and they find ways to make plays. That's what the Niners were last night. That's what the Bucs have been since everybody's gone down. But how long can you keep counting on that? You get more tape on these guys.
Mm-hmm.
They're backups for a reason. Like, I don't like banking on backups to play big.
No, and rightfully so.
The Dolphins might be turning to a backup to play big soon. Mike McDaniel still has his job. Tua Tagovailoa's job now in question, and everybody's eyes are on Miami. This is what I want to do, C-Cat, because it's going to be a lengthy conversation about these Dolphins. I'm curious whether the answer is benching Tua or firing Mike McDaniel. Which one would actually get them closer to competence? I don't want to talk about this right here. I want to get to that on the other side so we have more space to actually sift through all of that. But what I will say is, despite Mike McDaniel still having his job today, especially with Brian Callahan fired, no seat is hotter than the seat that Mike McDaniel stands on today. The Dolphins 1-6. The Dolphins 1-6 and just lost to the Cleveland Browns. It's supposed to be a get right spot. You lose 31-6 to the Cleveland Browns.
That loss is worse than the Colts loss week 1.
Yes,
because we've seen the Colts be a historically efficient offense in 2025. Can't say that about the Browns.
And the one win you have this year for the Miami Dolphins against the Jets.
Mm-hmm.
That is just. You are the second worst team in football, and you only beat the Jets because of a couple of big plays in the red zone. You could have.
We might have a very special thing happen in the NFL this year because the Dolphins and the Jets are divisional opponents.
Oh my gosh.
They might each get one win, and it will come against one another. I don't think that's ever happened before.
No, I doubt it. I highly doubt it. And I'm rooting for that to happen because of the chaos it would cause. And I want to see how they sort out. I think it's going to be a coin flip for the first pick.
Actually, same schedules, right? Oh, no. They play different based on how they finished in last year's standings. But yeah.
It'll be a coin flip for the first pick, I believe, if that happens. Ooh. So we'll see. They play again December 7th in New York. We'll see. But no seat hotter than Mike McDaniel's seat. And again, EDS Air Conditioning and Plumbing, it can cool your home. It cannot cool your seat if you're a coach. Can't do that because that is more of a metaphor than it is an actual reality. But what is a reality is that the Florida Heat, especially the South Florida Heat, it plays hard. And I ain't got to tell you, if you've lived out here, you know yourself that it doesn't take a timeout. So going cheap on your AC or plumbing, that's a losing game that's going to cost you much, much more down the stretch. EDS stands for everyday savings, and it's the real kind. You got quality work, you get trust, you get peace of mind. EDS is yes.com. Palm Beach County has relied on EDS to stay cool and comfortable for quite some time. You can get same-day hot water treatment replacement. You can get 2 yearly tune-ups with the EDS Gold Plan. I'm a member of the Gold Plan as well. I feel I'm living my life like it's golden. You also can get 0% interest for 60 months for qualified customers. Go online right now, edsisyes.com. Find out if you qualify for that offer and tap in. Value, comfort, and a winning record. That's what you get with EDS Air Conditioning and Plumbing. EDS is yes. Visit edsisyes.com. Visit edsisyes.com. Cool down your home. Can't cool down Mike McDaniel's hot seat. See, Cat, I'm back in that gym. My blood is flowing. It's Emotion Monday, and one man who has all the motion in the world these days is Travis Hunter. We're going to talk about what he was able to accomplish overseas in the NFL, the Boynton Beach native, and the Heisman winning wide receiver / corner.
When no one was watching. So if you missed it, we'll bring it to you next.
That's what exactly. I want to make sure that people are able to see / hear what Travis Hunter was able to accomplish because he's our guy, and, well, you missed out on it. That's C-Cat. I'm Theo Dorsey. It's Emotion Monday. Plus, we address those Miami Dolphins and what they should be doing next to get back to competence. Theoretically speaking on ESPN 106.3.
Live from the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios. Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE. This is ESPN 1063.
Mondays just got better for the men of Palm Beach County. Unlimited Auto Wash is offering $5 off any wash every Monday at all 6 convenient locations. Men's Monday at Unlimited Auto Wash. Don't miss it.
Hi, it's Evan Cohen. Billy Napier is out in Gainesville, but Mike Norvell is here to stay in Tallahassee. All the college football talk all day here on ESPN 1063.
ESPN 1063 is your home for live sports presented by Hard Rock Bet, home of Inter Miami, Miami Heat, and the Miami Dolphins. Catch all the action and the biggest matchups throughout the week right here on ESPN 1063. Hard Rock Bet, it's Florida's official sports book. Try Hard Rock Bet now and receive up to $100 back in bonus bets if your first bet doesn't win. It's offered by the Seminole Tribe of Florida, must be 21 plus and physically present in Florida. Wager terms and conditions apply. Consider by gambling. Call 1-888-ADMITTED.
Ready to take on any terrain? The all-new 2025 Defender 110 P300S is here. Built for those who crave adventure without compromising on luxury. Lease the powerful 2025 Defender 110 P300S for just $889 per month for 36 months. Whether you're tackling the toughest roads or cruising the city, the Defender is ready for it all. Don't wait. Visit Land Rover Palm Beach today and experience the Defender like never before. Terms and conditions apply. See dealer for details.
The PGA Tour is back in Palm Beach. The Cognizant Classic returns February 25th through March 1st to the Champion Course at PGA National Resort and Spa. Be here to watch PGA Tour players take on the Bear Trap, one of the toughest stretches in golf, while enjoying elevated fan activities around every corner. Experience the energy with your friends and take in the excitement of this can't-miss event. Tickets are on sale now at thecognizantclassic.com.
You lather, rinse, moisturize, and repeat. At this point, you're practically training for the Shower Olympics. But here's the twist. It's not your shampoo's fault. It's your water. Hard water leaves a mineral residue that clogs your pores and dries out your hair. Culligan water softeners remove damaging minerals, revitalizing brittle hair and dry skin. Upgrade your shower system today for only $79 a month. Visit Culligan.com for more information or just say,
"Hey, Culligan man!"
Touchdown! Racetrack is proud to support our local high school football teams. Whether it's Friday night lights or tailgate parties, Racetrack has whatever gets you going to fuel all the gridiron excitement this fall. Grab your favorite snacks, crispy chips, delicious Nathan's hot dogs, sweet treats, or our house-made pizza slices. Don't forget to quench your thirst with a variety of ice-cold drinks. Racetrack, your one-stop shop to fuel your football Fridays.
Step inside the Gardens Mall to witness Halloween magic.
On Saturday, October 25th, bring the little monsters to the Kids Club Spooky Soiree. Wear your costume to the Grand Court and indulge in offers from participating stores starting at noon. Booga and Hooga will also be in the house for a special performance at 1 p.m. Stick around afterwards to have your photo taken with the stars of the show. Fun is brewing at the Gardens Mall.
You don't want to miss it.
2 hours ago, Kyle arrived at the bar.
Hey, what's everyone drinking?
30 minutes ago, Kyle got his friends another round of drinks.
Cheers!
5 minutes ago, Kyle decided to drive home drunk. A minute ago, a law enforcement officer pulled up behind Kyle.
Sir, have you been drinking tonight?
A chain of events that began 2 hours ago is about to change Kyle's whole world. Drive sober or get pulled over.
Brought to you by FDOT.
Time now for the coolest moment of the week. Presented by EDS Air Conditioning and Plumbing. EDS is yes.
This call from NFL Brazil, but it was from a game taking place in London, Rams versus Jaguars. Travis Hunter had yet to score a touchdown in his NFL career until...
Segunda para 2 jardas. Lawrence. Tempo agora. Pro passe longo na direita com Travis Hunter para endzone. Touchdown! Touchdown! Jacksonville Jaguars!
All right. The EDS Air Conditioning and Plumbing coolest moment of the week. Former Boynton Beach Bulldog and West Palm native Travis Hunter. He got his first touchdown of the season. Now the Jaguars lost 35-7. Travis Hunter looked great though. He had 8 catches for 101 yards in that touchdown, and he finally broke the plane of the end zone. Now what? Week 7. So we'll see if they continue to use him more on offense.
The Jaguars look like they were a middle-class family who took out a new mortgage on their house in order to buy a Lamborghini. And now they have a Lamborghini sitting in front of their house with a eviction notice on their front door. Trading a first-round pick to move up 2 spots for Travis Hunter.
Yeah.
What did he play? No snaps on defense in the first half, or 1 snap on defense in the first half?
He had a good PBU on Devontae Adams in the second half.
Attaboy.
I'm telling you right now, this is going to work out in a strong way. It's starting off really bad because on the other side of that trade for the Cleveland Browns, they got multiple dudes, including one in Mason Graham, who has been a wrecking ball up front for them when available. And on the other side, Quinshawn Judkins, who in a class that has been heralded for its running back play, he looks like the best of all of them. Between your favorites, Cam Scatterbull, you said was the number 1 rookie running back.
Yeah, right now he looks like it.
Quinshawn Judkins, who had 3 touchdowns against the Dolphins. He looks like Nick Chubb reincarnated for the Cleveland Browns, just in a different number and a little more slim. That dude is a beast, and they got that pick to pick Quinshawn Judkins in the Travis Hunter trade.
I don't know, man.
Picks they got.
Like, it was to move up 2 picks.
Yeah.
I'm still stuck on that.
If he's generational, it's going to work out. If he's a great wide receiver.
No, I don't think so.
defensive
Football
back,
is the
it'll work
ultimate team sport to where you can waste generational talent, and it is for the greater bad of your team. You'd rather have a bunch of B-plus players, maybe 3 or 4, and it will make up for having 1 A-plus guy slip through your fingers.
No, I don't. So the reason why I fight back against that is the amount of money you have to pay a wide receiver and a cornerback, the starters, the guys that you actually rely on, he's going to give you more value for being able to be both. I don't think he's going to, it's not going to happen until maybe year 2 or so when he's able to be in those meetings more and learn the schemes on both sides. But if he's able to be a starting wide receiver for you and a go-to guy for Trevor Lawrence, and able to maybe be the nickel corner or a guy that plays spots at corner, like maybe half of the snaps on defense, and it helps you in big passing situations, I do think that there's a lot of value, especially because the next 4 years you have him on a rookie contract.
Well, that's what I was going to say, with the clock's ticking, because all of a sudden it goes from having him on a rookie contract, someone you paid first-round picks and more draft capital to get, and then it turns into, okay, we have to pay 2 quarterbacks because we are getting a dual-threat Travis Hunter.
Yeah.
He worked out. That's the good news. The bad news, we got to pay a guy the value of 2 different players, and you still have to pay Trevor Lawrence.
Yeah.
So,
but you actually might not have to pay. At that point, you might find out that you can flip at quarterback and be A-okay. I don't know. That's we're looking way too deep into the future. But over these next 4 years, he's going to be one of the greatest values in football because he's shown now that he can be a professional NFL wide receiver. He can get open. He can score. He can be beneficial for your offense. And he's made big plays on defense already. It's going to take time.
I guess so. And the clock is still ticking, and we'll see more.
Well,
maybe
look at
it's
the
better
Browns right now.
Maybe it's better. I mean, okay, look at the Browns right now. It's not like they aren't set up for success in 2026.
They look like they could be solid. I know they look like they could be solid. If Quinshawn Judkins is their answer at running back, and they've got a couple of guys behind him, if they can use those, they have to get a quarterback right in the draft next year. That's the thing. None of it matters if they don't pick the right guy in 2026.
Is there any non-draft quarterback that might be available for the right price?
Mac Jones.
Okay.
So the problem, though, is I think the dirty little secret nobody's talking about, Mac Jones ain't on a 1-year deal. I think he got into a bit of a 360 deal there. I think he's on a 2-year contract.
That we're going to give Deshaun Watson a shot. What if he comes in later in the season, performs well enough to earn back his starting job in 2026?
No, maybe.
I mean, if he plays
who could be
well.
the next reclamation project at quarterback?
No, I
we
was
had
just
with Daniel
saying
Jones.
Who could be the next non-drafted quarterback for the Cleveland Browns?
Yeah.
If that's an opportunity, a possibility.
Maybe Tua Tagovailoa.
Yeah.
And I say that I know that I jokingly a little bit because they just beat up on Tua and they probably don't really think favorably of the guy who just threw his third multi-interception game of this year against you. He was 12 for 23, 100 yards flat with 3 interceptions, all of them costing his team in the greatest of ways. And you're staring down on the other side of the field a guy who was a rookie in his third start in Dylan Gabriel from your home state who looked better than you, looked like a more veteran and poised guy, even despite him also playing pretty poorly. I will say Sunday that was embarrassing. That was probably the low point for these Miami Dolphins. And you said that we got a report already that Mike McDaniel.
Yeah, a report. No, it's from Mike McDaniel himself.
Oh, he
told us. Yeah, he told the media that Tua Tagovailoa will start next week at quarterback for the Dolphins.
So Tua's back. Since 2022, Tua Tagovailoa has the most multi-interception games in the NFL. He's done it 12 times. Tua's on a 4-year, $212 million contract that he signed with the Dolphins last year. They are committed to him. It's much easier to get rid of Mike McDaniel than it is to move off of Tua Tagovailoa because he has no market when it comes to trading because of the money that he's owed and how poorly he's played. And you also don't have much behind him to just bench him and move forward. Because that's the issue that I look at too, is people try to figure out what's the next move for the Dolphins. Do you fire Mike McDaniel or do you bench Tua Tagovailoa or do you do both? The issue is once you bench Tua, you are now buying in on Quinn Ewers or Zach Wilson. Did you even realize Quinn Ewers surpassed Zach Wilson this week to be QB2 for the Dolphins?
I did see that. When I saw Zach Wilson trending on social media, I thought we saw an okie doke, and it was going to be Zach Wilson starting a quarterback on Sunday. So wait a second. No, that's not the case. It's not going to be the latest reclamation project, as we referred to before, where if you don't succeed with the New York Jets, that's not the nail in your coffin in your career because no one really does succeed there. I thought, okay, Zach Wilson in the Aqua, let's do it. No. It was the opposite progression. It was the regression of Zach Wilson.
The Miami Dolphins have a quarterback problem more than they have a head coach problem. Do I think Mike McDaniel's the answer for this iteration of this team? No. The difference is, which of those two guys do you think actually has a market for their services once you get rid of them between Tua and Mike McDaniel? Which of those two guys are going to be a coveted person in the open market in the NFL? Mike McDaniel, who has shown flashes of being a good curator of offense, a good play caller. He's looked ugly at times this year, and the locker room has looked disjointed, and it's clear they need a leader. But maybe he's a guy that we find out needs to be an offensive coordinator and a play caller for a little bit longer before he can actually stand in and be the lead guy, the voice of your franchise. Or Tua, who we've seen on good teams, who we've seen on bad teams. We've seen him with a decent offensive line and a bad O-line. We've seen him with a star wide receiver and Jalen Waddle as his only option. We've seen him in pretty much every situation you want to see a quarterback in. And in the moments that matter most, he's terrible. And in the moments that matter least, he has shown flashes and put up big stats and done things like leading the league in passing yards in 2023, which forced the Dolphins into committing to him long term. But I will say Stephen Ross and the Miami Dolphins showing patience with Mike McDaniel, though it might end up biting them in the butt in the long run. I think that is the favorable decision right now, right here today, because clearly it's not all on Mike McDaniel, and there's clearly issues with the quarterback. I just don't know if there's a right answer to get up off of Tua Tagovailoa. On Unsportsmanlike this morning, and the Dolphins they're like the laughing stock of the NFL right now. They really are.
Yeah, they are. And I unfortunately, I disagree with you because one of the things that you can't change with your head coach, whoever they end up being, is if you're a leader or if you're not a leader.
Yeah.
So that's kind of scares me a lot in that aspect because that just kind of feels like it's his identity. Like Mike McDaniel is someone that is good with the whiteboard and he is good with the statistics, not the results on the field, but actually the analytics of the game. But when it comes to him in a room with 65 other grown men, he cannot get them to buy in the way other head coaches around the league can. And do you do that with age? Like maybe we come back to Mike McDaniel in 20 years' time where a lot has changed. He is still employable at that age for head coaches in football. Maybe that will change. But right now, in terms of next year, the year after that, until some fortunate or unfortunate things happen that thrust him into a coaching job, I don't see it happen.
you're right that I think that the issue is he would have to prove himself as an offensive coordinator somewhere else before he gets a head coaching opportunity. But
the leadership won't be able to be proven as an offensive
it's going to be
coordinator.
hard. Exactly. You're right. But I think that the difference is it's going to be hard to keep him as your offensive coordinator and play caller if another team is willing to take a chance on him just to get him in the door. The reason why these guys continuously get head coaching positions who we feel like shouldn't is because they're so very good at this one thing and they're not going to be able to get promoted within that another team is able to poach them away to try and take the direction of their franchise in the right way. That's the only way in which I see Mike McDaniel getting back to head coaching status, but I think it's realistic. More specifically, though, you're right. He doesn't feel like a leader, but he looked like a good leader when things were going right. And I do wonder how much differently this is for him if he had a leader in his locker room like a Cam Ward or like and not to say Mahomes, but the type of leadership style these quarterbacks have, like a Mahomes, somebody that absorbs accountability, somebody that instills confidence in the guys around them. I do wonder if Mike McDaniel is better in one of those kind of locker rooms where he's not forced to be what we're asking him to be. And I'm not excusing it.
That sounds like a very dependent individual.
Yes. Mike McDaniel might just not be the greatest head coach of all time. He might be a guy that is going to be dependent on his surrounding a little bit. Sue me.
I mean, but leadership is the one thing that a head coach needs to take ownership of. You can delegate play calling. You can delegate defense. You can delegate every position except for the one where you talk to the team.
He's so uninspired. Take a listen. Here's Mike McDaniel after the game talking about what can change for the Miami Dolphins. Not the one, because we have two sounds from Mike McDaniel I want to play for y'all.
Got a lot here.
Not the one where he's talking about guys potentially losing their position and guys hurting the team. No. I want the one where he's talking about specifically how things can roll forward and change. And just if you're in the locker room, if you're a player on his team and he's talking in this tone with these mannerisms, just tell me if you would be actually excited to go play for this dude.
There's a lot of guys that will have an important work week because we're not. I mean, if you are negatively affecting the football team routinely, I don't have a choice but to, assess a different player, and I have to coach a lot better as well. So we need. We're going to find out who and what we're made of.
Yeah, that was the other one, but they both kind of feel and sound similarly because it's shaky. A lot of a lot of uncertainty about his own messaging, and also he's now preaching accountability to a team that is 1-6 through 7 weeks and just lost to one of the worst teams in the NFL. And everybody wants him to look himself in the mirror and be the one that's accountable for an offense that was only able to muster up 6 points. But here's Mike McDaniel also talking about some fixes maybe on their rise.
There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Guys need to be professionals. Guys need to step up to the plate. And every person, on our team, if you're saying it's not me, it's you. That's what I told the team. That's what I have to subscribe to. And we will be diligent in our both our cleanup of this game and the opponent for next week.
He was on the sideline with a hoodie on and shades.
Ready, break. Come on.
And I mean, these are you're coaching some of the greatest athletes of their individual times. You're coaching some maniacs on the defense. You're coaching guys who are trying to play for contracts that have commas and a lot of zeros. And it does feel like what you were saying earlier and what I'm trying to defend Mike McDaniel on. It feels extremely hard to believe that guys are rallying around the messaging that's coming out of that man's mouth.
It's easy to follow the leader when you're winning games. It's enticing to not follow the leader when you are losing games and losing games in the fashion of which the Dolphins have all season long.
Can he save his job at this point? Is it over? Is it just like he's dead man walking? They might wait till the end of the year to fire him. It doesn't feel like they're going to fire him in season unless things totally unravel, and maybe that happens next week at Atlanta.
We see head coaches in the NFL get fired a lot easier than what Mike McDaniel's putting together a lot of proof as he is deserving to lose his job. Like we always see 6+ job openings.
Yeah.
It's hard to imagine there are more qualifying jobs to be lost in the NFL than the Dolphins.
You know what's funny, too? What sucks is he's the most likely coach to lose his job, and I think that's going to be the least appetizing job on the market when it's all said and done. Coaches are going to be lining up to go coach Cam Ward. Coaches would also be more favorable to, I believe, a New York Jets team right now because of the level of dysfunction that we're used to in New York potentially being an issue. But the level of dysfunction that we've had in Miami and the 24 years of a playoff win drought and the lack of culture and the lack of talent and the fact that you're tethered to Tua for at least another year, I think this is going to be the least appetizing job on the market.
Yeah, I would say maybe when you consider ownership, because I looked at the Denver Broncos head coaching job like that similarly 2 years ago when they were still tethered to Russell Wilson. And then they ate all of that money for Russell Wilson, got him out of there, drafted a quarterback, Bo Nix, and hired a head coach who is competent in Sean Payton. And they gave us a roller coaster of a ride of a win yesterday, but Sean Payton made it work. And all of a sudden, the Broncos were at least respectable, and they're taking steps in the right direction. I think with the right hire and you're never going to get a completely blank slate, but maybe drafting a quarterback, the Dolphins' job is not too bad. That's the best I'll give it. You're living in paradise. How about that? I'll always default back to you get to live in South Florida. Things aren't that bad.
It's not that bad.
Whenever we drive into work, it's a busy day. Yeah. Maybe it's raining outside, and we are at our wits' end. You stop, you breathe, and everyone in the car right now should think the same way. Everyone that is listening or watching from South Florida should feel the same way at least once a week. I get to live in South Florida.
So of the Florida head coaches right now, because so many of them limped into this season with job security issues, Billy Napier, who we lose, Mike Norvell on the hot seat, Mike McDaniel on the hot seat. I mean, between those two dudes, the two Mikes, Mike and Mike, like which of those guys has the best opportunity to now save their job? Because I think it feels all over and said and done with Mike McDaniel, but you could feel the same way after Florida State lost to Stanford. I don't even want to get into that conversation right now. I want to keep it to the pro stuff. We have a get around on the other side, too, to go back and recap over a hellacious, in the worst way, Week 7. That the best part of it was the weird, wonky fourth quarter between the Giants and the Broncos. But I'm now curious about that as well because 4 straight L's for Florida State after starting the year looking like, oh, they figured it out.
We'll get to college football in the get around. Yeah. Just you wait.
CCAT, you get to your golf game early and often with Kaiser University. We're talking about how things need to be fixed around South Florida football. I mean, you're starting to run out of things to fix in your golf swing.
Yeah, South Florida football wins when it's in West Palm Beach. Kaiser, number 2 team in the nation, just completely and utterly dominated the St. Thomas Bobcats, the number 8 team in the country. They drove up the road and they walked back losers because Kaiser put BTA 35-14 domination underneath the Kaiser multi-purpose field lights on Saturday. You heard that game on ESPN 106.3. And if you're at Kaiser multi-purpose field, you are sitting in the bleachers, you're watching the game. If you look over the visiting bleachers, you see the Kaiser Golf Center, the Kaiser Golf Performance Center. It is a perfect place to get your golf game right. The perfect place to get your golf game right, the Kaiser Golf Center, because that's where I have just shaved strokes and strokes off my golf game. I have worked on my short game. I've worked on my putting. I worked on my driver, worked on my hybrids, worked on my irons. It's all at the Kaiser University Golf Coaching Center. Best facilities, tools, and coaching in the area. They have it inside and they have it outside. Inside, you've got the video replay technology that you can see what exactly you're doing wrong. Compare it to the best in the world at playing golf. See where you need to do with your golf club, what you need to do with your hips, your legs, and everything, and then replicate that. And they have it outside as well. Great driving range, bunkers, putting and chipping green. Everything you need is at the Kaiser University Golf Coaching Center in the heart of Palm Beach County off I-95 and the Turnpike. You can find out more information and schedule your lessons today at KaiserGolfCenter.com. KaiserGolfCenter.com. My handicap has dropped 8 strokes already.
Wow.
Thank you to the Kaiser Golf Coaching Center.
We're going to have Monday midterms in a little bit, but first a safe-bound get-around on the other side as we recap what has been in Week 7. We got 2 Monday Night Football games tonight, Texans Seahawks, Lions Buccaneers. We're in the midst of Emotion Monday here with the action-packed football season already underway, and we're getting closer and closer to that halfway point. So stick around with the good people here on Theoretically Speaking. That's CCAT. I'm Theo Dorsey. We are Theoretically Speaking on ESPN 106.3.
Live from the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios. Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE. This is ESPN 106.3.
Fall just got sweeter at your neighborhood DQ Grill and Chill. This month, treat yourself to the brand new Reese's Oreo Blizzard. And if you're still craving the flavors of fall, you've got to try the Pumpkin Pie Blizzard and the Caramel Coffee Cookie Blizzard. If you're hungry for something savory, try DQ's new Sweet Chili Tossed Chicken Tenders or their famous Honey Barbecue and Wild Buffalo Tossed Tenders. Come in today to DQ Grill and Chill with 2 convenient locations, 4828 Lake Worth Road and US 1 just south of North Lake.
Business owners, are your employees driving you nuts? Is money tight? Or have you just poured your heart and soul into your business and now it's time to retire and just relax? At Transworld Business Advisors, they have buyers from all over the world ready to buy your business now. Call for a confidential conversation about your business's current value. 561-203-5121. That's 561-203-5121 or visit tworld.com today.
When your team's best players have all been traded and the latest pick is overrated, just raise a glass with a friend or two and tell them more, tell them more, tell them more, do. May your team be great and your picks be true, and if it falls apart, you'll know what to do. Just raise a glass with a fan or two and tell them more, tell them more, tell them more, do. It's a crazy world, so what do? You tell them more, tell them more, tell them more, do. Hey!
Tullamore Dew Irish Whiskey, imported by William Grant & Sons, Inc.
Mike Rizzo here with the Sports Business Minute, presented by the Florida Atlantic MBA in Sport Management program. James Franklin has officially been fired as Penn State's head football coach. James Franklin recently lost to Northwestern at home in the week before, losing to an 0-4 UCLA team. So Penn State deciding to move on. Now, over the next 6 years, Franklin will make $913 per hour, $21,000 per day, $153,000 per week, and $666,000 per month. It is an expensive firing. This is the Sports Business Minute, presented by the Florida Atlantic MBA in Sport Management program. Accelerate your career in sports with the program committed to developing top-notch executives and managers with a focus on the job placement for students and graduates. The Florida Atlantic MBA in Sport Management program.
For 48 straight years, Ford F-Series have been the best-selling trucks in America. We got here by engineering breakthrough technology, redefining Built Ford Tough, and never settling for second best. But what's really made Ford F-Series the #1 selling trucks in America is you. Ford F-Series, Built Ford Tough. Based on 1977 to 2024 calendar year total sales.
Football season is here, and the ultimate game day headquarters is Twin Peaks. Whether it's college Saturdays or NFL Sundays, catch every kickoff, every touchdown, every Hail Mary right here at Twin Peaks. Eats, drinks, scenic views. From scratch-made favorites to ice-cold 29-degree draft beers, Twin Peaks is delivering all the winning plays. Looking for a stronger lineup? No one does game day like Twin Peaks. Twin Peaks, come for the game, stay for the experience.
A resort destination beyond compare, yet conveniently close to home. The Breakers Palm Beach offers everything you desire with the service you deserve in a breathtaking oceanfront setting. Immerse yourself in unparalleled seaside glamour and enjoy all the Breakers has to offer as you create lasting memories with those who matter most. The best part, you don't have to travel far to feel worlds away. Visit thebreakers.com or call 1-800-BREAKERS today.
Live from the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios. Theo Dorsey is theoretically speaking. Streaming live on YouTube, here's Theo Dorsey.
Hey, Culligan man!
Look, whether you're living in a residential place, a workplace, commercial, water is essential to the soul. Water is essential to the body. It's essential to health, and you want to make sure the best water is flowing through where you're at. Now, see me, I went to Culligan.com. I got myself a free water test, and I was able to get plugged in with the good people at Culligan. They hooked us up with a water softener that helps get away all of those minerals that get into your water, that come out of your shower, that come out of your faucet, that pump into your water heater, and literally erode away at your heating element in that water heater. You're wondering why you're rotating through water heaters year after year after year. You probably got hard water, and you can use a water softener. You're wondering why when you're in the shower, you're changing shampoos, you're changing soaps. You think there's an issue with the amenities in the shower. No. It's the water in your shower that can be softened, and that would alleviate a lot of your issues with brittle hair or dry skin. Culligan.com, that's the place to go. They can come to your home and test your water. Maybe you need a reverse osmosis system like what I got. You know how that helps you? Well, okay, it literally makes that drinking water that pumps into your fridge and makes your ice, that pumps out of your faucet, that you use to cook with, or maybe you drink the water from your faucet. It makes that all good and pure. It makes it drinkable for you. Culligan.com. They'll come to your home. They'll give you a free water test. They will tell you exactly what's in your water, how it can be harmful to you, and how they can help you get rid of it. They've been doing this for a while. Trust the professionals to pull up on you and get your situation right, just like I did as well. Again, Culligan.com.
Hey, Culligan man!
Big shouts to the good people for keeping the water clean here in Florida, where it is some of the worst water in all of America. Some of the worst football in all of America happening out of South Florida as well. I'm sure they might be a stop on today's Safebound Get Around.
The Safebound Get Around is brought to you by Safebound Moving and Storage, South Florida's most trusted moving company. You're safe with Safebound.
Safebound Get Around, baby. It's Emotion Monday, October 20th. That means the NBA is right around the corner. That means that his NFL season now moves into week 8 off of week 7 tonight. A lot of action going on. Where are we going to start?
Next stop.
We are starting in the beautiful municipality of Gainesville, Florida.
Oh, yikes. It's not
because
that beautiful. It's cool.
The Billy Napier era at Florida has come to an end. Athletic Director Scott Strickland has fired Billy Napier after the Gators' 3-4 starts. These rumors were churning before Florida beat Mississippi State over the weekend, and they ended up coming out to be true, that regardless of the result over the weekend, Napier would be fired. What was your initial reaction when you saw Napier got the can?
I do like them sticking to their guns and firing him despite the win. I do wonder what the hell was the point in the first place of having him coach that weekend if he was already a dead man walking. Like, let him go out on a good note.
They already bought the plane ticket. It's really tough to cancel a reservation, then rebook it with somebody else. They didn't want to do the paperwork.
It just doesn't make sense to me all the way. I mean, I get it. I guess it doesn't really matter at that point. But what the first thing I thought about when I see all of this happen is, boy, this makes me respect that Jim Harbaugh national title at Michigan even more, because he was the first coach and the only coach I can remember who was like on an extremely hot seat, who everybody thought was about to get fired or like have to part ways mutually, and then actually bounced back and turned it around and won a title with that same team.
Yeah,
like
people
right
are
after.
so quick to point at other programs within or even outside of your own conference, say, they're winning, why aren't we?
Yeah.
Get this guy out of here.
But that was Billy Napier was like on the extremely hot seat last year. Then he reclaimed his job because he had faith from DJ Lagway. They got a couple of wins on the back end of a really tough schedule.
A lot of recruits flipped to Florida.
Yeah, like he cooled his hot seat off. This year, the schedule somehow was even tougher. They played worse. Lagway did not look like the star program building type quarterback that we assumed he'd be. And they're 3-4 and he's fired. So it's not surprising that he's fired, but it gives me more appreciation for what Jim Harbaugh was able to do in Ann Arbor.
Apparently, according to reports from CBS Sports, very high up Florida boosters want one man. And he coaches football in Oxford, Mississippi.
Yep.
They want Lane Kiffin to be the next Florida Gators head coach, do the boosters of Florida right now.
Why would he do that, though? Like, I understand technically why, but he's already in the SEC. He's already at a program that he feels like he could win at. Plus, if you go 9-3, 9-4 with Ole Miss, you're a god. If you do that at Florida, you're fired. Why would I sign up for the bar to be 11 wins or a national championship like appearance?
I think enough time might have been passed between the Urban Meyer years and even the Dan Mullen years for Florida Gators fans to appreciate 9-3.
No, they won't.
I mean, compared to a 3-4 start, it can't get it's a lot better than that, right?
The issue is once you go 9-3 at Florida, the expectation is to win a national championship the next year. So that's cute the first time you do it.
And then when you're recruiting inside of the state of Florida, you have a lot more resources than you might have in Mississippi, no?
Maybe. I think there's some money and some motion around that Ole Miss program. It might, like, Florida's a better brand. I get it. If you're Lane Kiffin, you have to hear them out. But I wouldn't be surprised if he's like, if it's going to take a substantial amount of money to get him to take that Gators job.
Yeah, it's that paradoxical way of looking at jobs in terms of higher ceiling, higher expectations, where are the resources at?
Yeah.
Whereas, is Penn State really that good of a job? Well, it is for reasons X, Y, and Z. And it's not, because you saw James Franklin one drive away from a national championship game last year, and 5 games later, he's out of the job.
Great.
So it's like, what side of the fence are you really viewing these jobs as? I think Florida still's got untapped potential.
I think so as well. Like, Florida's clearly the better job, but if you're Lane Kiffin, you win a championship at Ole Miss. Hell, you win an SEC championship or 2 at Ole Miss. There's a statue outside of that stadium built in the likeness of Lane Kiffin. What would he have to do at Florida to get a statue? Have to get a 3-peat? I'm just saying, like, legacy-wise, he is a guy that cares a lot about he has a huge ego. He cares about his legacy. He cares about how he's thought of and talked about. I think the Ole Miss job, like, the world centers around him at Ole Miss in a way in which it will be hard for him to be able to create that same environment in Gainesville. We'll see, though. That money talks.
Next stop.
One program that is not firing their job today is Florida State. We're going to Tallahassee next on the Safebound Get Around, because even though Florida State did lose to Stanford over the weekend, word up top remains Florida State is fully committed to Mike Norvell, even though they began the season 3-4. That is according to Yahoo Sports' Ross Dellinger.
That's so crazy to me that they've now dropped 4 straight games. Like, I had to go back and fact check that when I read it, because I was like, wait, that doesn't sound right. That doesn't sound right at all. But after they blew out Kent State, there was the loss on a Friday night in overtime against Virginia. Then there was Miami, which is that's a feasible loss, but they made it close at home. But then they lost to Pitt. And then did you see the ending of the Florida State-Stanford game?
No.
It was weird. It was extremely weird. Like,
apparently there was bad technology that did not allow a replay that would have shown Castellanos in the end zone.
Dude, that's one of those games where Florida State has a right to be angry, but everybody's like, it was Stanford. You shouldn't be. You should not have. It shouldn't have come down to that. So, go back and take a look at it. It was weird. There was technology issues. There were flags that were thrown that saved and prolonged the game. It was similar. That last drive they had was similar to the Broncos-Giants, how it was like, oh, so they're going to walk down the field in 30 seconds, but partially because flag, weird situation here, weird after play penalty. Like, it was disgusting.
Who was more fireable? I know the proof's in the pudding. One guy got fired. One guy has not been fired. But Billy Napier right now, or Mike Norvell right now? Because in my opinion, there's a lot more excuses to be had when you play in the SEC versus losing games in the ACC.
That's why I said, like, that Florida job is tough. It's a tough job. And I do think that Mike Norvell, especially when you include last year, like Mike Norvell, the fact that he's able to hold on to his job at least through the end of the year, they say they're going to make a decision in the offseason, which tells me they're going to make a decision based on who's available. That tells you everything you need to know about where his job stands. But you can't lose 4 straight games in the ACC as Mike Norvell and feel like you're owed your job. You still got to prove something on the back end of this schedule. And look at what they have. You're home against Wake Forest. You should win that. Then you're at Clemson. You're home to Virginia Tech. You're at North Carolina State. Those games are always weird. And by the way, a Friday night game. And then you close the year. Good old Florida State versus Florida.
Oh, man.
November 29th.
Both teams that will not be bowl eligible. That will be their bowl. You know what? That's okay.
Florida State has a chance.
It's better to have a game worth waiting for at the end of the season, even if you're a bad team. That's what you saw with Mississippi State and Ole Miss, and you still see with the Egg Bowl. Having a late season rivalry week matchup that you can look forward to is so important.
That is good.
And I'm a Penn State fan. I don't get that. We just don't have a individual rival, so I feel robbed of that. Seriously, like I wish there was a school that was good enough to be considered a respected rival. The closest that Penn State gets to that is Pitt. Pitt hates Penn State a lot more than Penn State hates Pitt, and Pitt is not good enough to be a rival of Penn State. Whereas you got these other programs, of course, the Iron Bowl, even when Alabama is out of their standard and their standard is title contention, they still hate Auburn and can be juiced up for that game. And Auburn's always going to hate Alabama.
You know what I was thinking about with Penn State the other day? If UCLA, like if you had UCLA later in the year and people thought more highly of them by the time that they beat y'all and y'all weren't the first team that they knocked off and shocked the world against, do you think James Franklin still has his job?
Just the schedule makers switched around.
The fact that you guys played UCLA in their coming out party and everybody was like, what the hell? You lost to UCLA? Like, it doesn't look so bad to now be like in a tough game or lose to UCLA now that they've done it a few times. Like, I do wonder if scheduling can be.
A lot of it is dependent on their starting quarterback's health.
That too.
Because if Drew Aller did play against Iowa, because Penn State lost again. Yeah. Penn State is.
Is that 3 straight? Or no, they got a win in
there.
No,
they've lost 3 consecutive games. UCLA, Northwestern, and Iowa.
Yeah, never mind. He would have got fired. Never mind.
Oh, no, it's 4 straight.
Oregon.
Am I kidding?
Oh, my God. Penn State and Florida State have dropped 4 straight. That's insane.
Yeah, like Penn State has not beaten a Power 4 team yet.
That's insane. That is,
and we're going into week 9 of college football?
Yeah, he had to go. I'm sorry, James.
Where are we going to next?
Next stop.
I'm the person who's supposed to answer that question.
I don't know why you were asking me. I don't have the sheet.
You don't have the sheet? Well, we're going to go to the NFL. The Denver Broncos at home in Denver score 33 points in the fourth quarter to surmount the epic comeback to beat the New York Giants in an absolute thriller, 33-32.
That's embarrassing for the Giants. The Giants, to me, are still not a serious football team. And this is not an indictment on them. Like, they have proven to be good. They are competitive in games. I just don't know what to make of exactly what they're doing. The offense is wonky. Jackson Dart clearly is not there as a passer yet. Like, he had some terrible misses that game. He had an idiotic interception he threw with about 5 minutes left. But for the first 3 quarters of the game, all the plays he makes with his legs, like the bravado he brings, the confidence he instills in everybody, like, it means something. Cam Scatterbo, that energy, it means something. That defensive front, they are hellacious. I just don't know what to make of the Giants. And when you enter the fourth quarter up 19-0, and then you allow 33 points, and you literally in those last couple of possessions, it seems like they were so afraid of like, I think they dropped – Brian Burns was mad because they dropped 8 on the last possession multiple times against Bo Nix and let the Broncos walk it down the field because he had no pressure in his face. And I just don't, for the life of me, understand what to make of them. That's why they've been a stay away ever since Jackson Dart has stepped in. When it comes to betting, when it comes to any kind of action around those Giants, because they are a weird football team. There's 31 professional football teams, and then there's the Giants. Weird.
Yeah.
It's like Navy. It's like playing Navy in college football. It's like, just you don't know what the hell you're going to get. It's a weird-ass offense. It's a weird-ass defense. They're a weird team, and I don't know how the hell they lost that game.
That was the second highest scoring performance by a single team in NFL history, behind only the 34-point performance by the Lions in a win over Chicago in 2007. This was an unprecedented moment in football history unfolding, and thankfully it happened on a day where nothing else.
That was it.
Yesterday's football stunk out loud.
You ain't like when the Chiefs went over there and put belt to ass against them Raiders?
It helped my survivor pick, and that is it. It allowed me to go to the driving range and work on my short game for about 15 minutes longer.
She's back, man.
Yeah. I didn't miss anything on Sunday Night Football. I watched the second half and regretted it. I wish I read a book.
You do both.
We got two Monday Night Football games tonight. That was your Safe Bound Get Around.
Safe Bound Get Around. A lot of fun always. Yeah, 2 Monday Night Football games tonight. I do believe the Lions will put on a show. Baker Mayfield always is fun to watch, so that should be good. And then Texans, Seahawks, those are two of the best defenses in the league going up against each other. So that could be a struggle bus game. And if you stay up for a 10 o'clock kick to watch Texans, Seahawks, and it's 13-9, don't say I didn't warn you. Tina's on the other side. We got Monday midterms here. She's going to school us or I guess drill us on what we learned over the weekend in the NFL. And we're going head-to-head. I'm up by 2 points. We'll see if I can extend that lead. That's CCAT. I'm Theo Dorsey. We are Theoretically Speaking on ESPN 106.3.
Anna Jar and Levine.
Call 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733.
ESPN 1063.
WESP Jupiter, a Good Karma Brands radio station.
This Halloween, the scariest thing on your team shouldn't be your books. Don't be scared. Jay Zolo and Associates is here to exercise your bookkeeping nightmares. With QuickBooks Online and expert care, let Jay Zolo bring your books from RIP to MVP. Let the only skeletons you deal with be the ones in costumes. Visit jzolo.com today. That's JZOLLO.com.
Hi, it's Evan Cohen. Billy Napier is out in Gainesville, but Mike Norvell is here to stay in Tallahassee. All the college football talk all day here on ESPN 106.3.
The PGA Tour is back in Palm Beach. The Cognizant Classic returns February 25th through March 1st to the Champion Course at PGA National Resort and Spa. Be here to watch PGA Tour players take on the Bear Trap, one of the toughest stretches in golf, while enjoying elevated fan activities around every corner. Experience the energy with your friends and take in the excitement of this can't-miss event. Tickets are on sale now at thecognizantclassic.com.
We want to see you in a Greenway Kia. Are you tired of the hassle of buying a car? At Greenway Kia of West Palm Beach, we're changing the game. No pushy salespeople here, just friendly product specialists on salary here to help you find the perfect ride. With over 500 vehicles in stock and a goal to sell 250 by month's end, that means incredible deals are waiting for you. Forget the back and forth negotiations. Once you pick your dream Kia, you'll work with one manager the entire time, making decisions on the spot for a smooth, stress-free experience. We'll even handle the paperwork, your tags, insurance, and every detail. Need help learning all the features? We'll schedule a post-delivery session when it's convenient for you. And if you can't make it in, we'll bring a new Kia right to your home or office for a test drive. Plus, for a limited time, you'll see the factory invoice right on the windshield of every car in the showroom. Visit Greenway Kia today or shop online at GreenwayKiaWestPalmBeach.com.
We want to see you in a Greenway Kia.
Hey, Steph Prince here, General Manager of ESPN West Palm, to tell you about a team that has meant a lot to me and this community for a long time. Bob and the team at Bradley Heating and Air Conditioning have been helping me stay cool for years, whether at home or in the office. And living in South Florida with 3 kids, I don't know what I'd do without them. Family owned and operated, serving Royal Palm Beach and beyond since 1980. Let the knowledgeable and trained team at Bradley help you with your residential and commercial needs, installation, repair, seasonal maintenance, upgrades of all makes and styles and models of HVAC equipment, and so much more. Bradley Heating and Air Conditioning does things right the first time and makes the process smooth, stress-free, and most importantly, keeps you cool. Give them a call at 561-793-7497. That's 561-793-7497 or BradleyAir.com. Any need, big or small, trust the amazing team at Bradley Heating and Air Conditioning.
All right, let's talk about your game day routine. You've got the jersey, the cooler, the tickets, but what about your ride? Show up looking like a champion with Unlimited Auto Wash Club. With 6 South Florida locations, every membership includes unlimited 100% hand washes, 1 per day, every day. From a quick exterior shine to the ultimate special with wax, Rain-X, and interior touch-ups, Unlimited Auto Wash keeps your car looking its best all season long. Call 561-WASH-ME-TOO or visit a location today.
Canes fans, Hurricane football season is closing out October with a matchup against Stanford on Saturday, October 25th at 7 p.m. Then get ready as we head into November with back-to-back matchups, starting with homecoming against Syracuse on Saturday, November 8th, and Senior Day versus North Carolina State on Saturday, November 15th. Hack Hard Rock Stadium and get your tickets now at MiamiHurricanes.com/football tickets. That's MiamiHurricanes.com/football tickets. And go Canes!
Hi, I'm Michael Manzo, owner and founder of Manzo's Italian Deli. And
Stop, Dad. After 20 years, people are tired of hearing your voice.
Yeah, and your lame-ass commercials.
Fresh prosciutto, mozzarella, outstanding.
Oh, please.
There's only one reason Manzo's is voted #1 deli in Palm Beach County for 20 years. Our mother.
She makes sure you prepare everything from scratch using only the freshest ingredients.
Manzo's Italian Deli is located on Palm Beach Lakes Boulevard, right next to Rain Dancers.
Is that a strip club?
No, it's a steakhouse. Manzo's is open weekdays from 8 to 5 and offers free delivery. So stop by or call 697-9411. That's 697-9411.
we also specialize in hot and cold catering for corporate functions and special events.
Just ask anyone who was at my last birthday party.
Live from the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios.
The man your man could smell it.
Theo Dorsey is theoretically speaking.
But are you a different animal and the same beast?
Streaming live on YouTube.
You're gonna break up with me because of what I do on the radio?
Here's Theo Dorsey.
Good people. So good to be back with you here on Emotion Monday, October 20th. It's week 7 of the NFL. We got a doubleheader on Monday Night Football. The second one, I'm not staying up to watch. I'll watch the first half maybe. It kicks off at 10. It's criminal. We've talked about that. Seacat's on the other side of the glass on the 1s and 2s. Tina is in the house for the Monday midterms. Wait, you cut my board here? There we go. And then we want to get a round of applause. Why are you cutting the board? Seacat's cutting the board because he doesn't want you to get applause, Tina. That's how much of a hater he is.
Expecting the applause really rubbed me the wrong way last week.
Okay, so now that since he's expecting the applause, we're no longer allowed to applaud Tina's entrance.
Exactly.
Okay, he's
I
taking.
have to earn it, he said.
Okay.
Mhm. And you know what? You can do the opposite, right? You can lose applause privilege by, I don't know, for instance, expecting applause.
Yeah.
That was the first time, though, that you said that. Like, I feel like we need to cut me some slack. Like, it was just the first time you brought it up.
She
I
learned that.
Yeah.
She didn't know that.
Now I know not to expect it.
You're learning it right now. You see how of a dire situation it is. You see the severity of it, and we'll see when privilege is returned to you to get applause.
I am a little shocked I didn't get the applause because
Yeah.
when Seacat walked in today, I go, "Is that one of your new shirts you bought?" And he's like, "Yes, it is."
Oh, he bought new shirts.
He bought new shirts.
All right, so you bought like 8 new shirts and you were mad at us for undermining you. You did the whole thing where you said, guys, these are all the things I bought. How much do you think it cost? And we went super cheap and you were like, okay, never mind.
Exactly. Yeah, I got 4 shirts, a hat, and a 4-pack of underwear for $80. I was very proud of myself because I like all the shirts I got. The hat was from the U.S. Open this year.
Wow.
Already got it for $10 in the bargain bin. Oh,
must have been a terrible U.S. Open.
It was a great U.S. Open.
Well, why were they
JJ
already...
Spawn got the win. I know the places to go, man. Like, I just know my spots.
Okay.
And the only reason I was able to spend that much time shopping is because of how bad the London game was. Like, oh, okay. Matt Stafford got me the fantasy points I needed. It's already the third quarter with 6 minutes to go, and this game stinks. My presence is no longer needed in front of my TV this morning.
5 touchdowns from Matt Stafford, 3 of them to Devontae Adams. That was a crazy performance by them. 35-7.
All those goal line throws.
I love it.
People that had Kyron Williams were probably pulling their hair out, even though one of the touchdowns was a pass to Kyron Williams. But you would have thought a lot more in a blowout win that you would have got from him.
Yeah. But no, it was a Matt Stafford day. Tina, you are here for Monday midterms, but you're also here to deliver our cocktail of the day. And Seacat is a newfound Sabrina Carpenter fan.
Yeah, she did a good job on Saturday Night Live, which I didn't watch live, but my algorithm just was feeding me Sabrina Carpenter like gags. And
she's great.
She hosted and performed.
Gags as in jokes for Sabrina Carpenter.
Yeah, no, you got to be careful
other
with that.
Things that she did that night.
Because she does do things that might resemble things that go. I will say this too for Sabrina Carpenter. Did you see the Christmas special she did last year?
I saw it happened, and I heard about it from Tina on the air. I did not consume it.
She's a great entertainer, so she's not just a musician and a performer, but she's a great actress. Didn't she do some acting back in the day or
She
something?
was in a High School Musical, like the remake kind of.
Okay.
She's a Disney
past few
kid.
years. Yeah, she's a Disney
I think
kid.
she's a Disney kid. Yeah, so she's a theater kid. So she's actually really good on these things.
Yeah, she's like what our generation is getting to as the next Marilyn Monroe.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah,
Kind of like that iconic it girl for both the guys and the girls at some point.
right. Because she made an album, wasn't it called For the Guys or something?
I don't know the album name.
Ah,
I think it's something like
real,
that.
real
yeah.
fan.
Right, yeah. What the hell is that? You don't know the album name?
No, I don't know the album.
Do you know the
name.
Taylor Swift album name?
No, I'm not a Swiftie.
What was your favorite?
Oh, the life of a Showgirl is the recent one.
Who's your favorite musician?
Shania Twain.
What's her last album called?
Oh my gosh, that was when I was in elementary school. I don't even know.
She hasn't
Probably
released
Man, I
something
Feel Like
since
a
then?
Woman. Yeah.
I think
No,
she's
she
got to
actually-
release something
no,
since then.
She has, because she just went on tour and she released a new album.
Disappointing.
I don't know. I always still get
Songs.
like the album covers are always like songs that aren't like the popular songs usually, unless it is. I think one of hers is probably Man, I Feel Like a Woman for
Right.
Shania Twain. But like Taylor Swift, The Life of a Showgirl is
Okay.
definitely a top song on that album.
Yeah.
It's not my top song,
Right.
but it's what they think is the best. I assume.
Yeah, I think she had her man's best friend. I think was Sabrina Carpenter's album name. And she did a pose she was like a dog, and there's a guy holding her on a leash. Yeah.
Holding her, no, not a leash. Holding her by her hair.
By her
Oh.
hair, yeah, like a dog almost. It's kind of, it's a little freaky.
So
freaky.
what-
She's a little freaky.
Yeah, a little freaky. She's a lot of freaky. How about our cocktail of the day here on the happy hour here on Theoretically Speaking?
This drink is a little freaky.
Oh.
It is tonight is the criminal
Freaky
game
Monday.
at 10 p.m. That's terrible.
Yeah.
Terrible.
Nobody's-
I'm
nobody's staying up.
sleeping by that time.
Wait, would you be watching if it was earlier?
Yeah.
No.
She's gonna get the NFL to change the schedule around only for her to still not show up.
But 10 p.m. That's ridiculous.
It is silly.
Hey, think
So-
of the West Coast people.
No,
Well, yeah.
give a damn about them. They're all the way over there.
You know, though, when I was in Colorado and games were starting at 11 a.m., that was pretty cool because I'm like, that's like brunch time.
Yeah.
And I go, that makes me want to watch football more if it started maybe a little bit earlier.
Football is a fun watch at brunch.
Yeah,
a fun brunch watch.
I enjoyed it in Las Vegas.
Yeah.
When it was just football didn't even begin yet. But the fact that the baseball games were done at 7, the ones I cared about, so I can both be a sports fan and have a social life? What's
Ain't
this
that-
new world I've come to?
It is a beautiful thing. That's why I don't care about the feelings of the West Coast people. They're getting their cake and eating it too. Or they're getting their cocktail up.
So today's for the Texans. And
Shout
I
out
wonder,
the city,
Theo, if
baby.
you've ever had this.
Come on, you know I have.
The Texas iced tea.
Maybe.
It sounds disgusting. You've got tequila, light white rum, vodka, dry gin, whiskey, Cointreau, triple sec liqueur, lime juice, lemon juice, some cane syrup, and some cola.
So this is like a
So that's-
Long
yeah,
Island.
just
but
Long
Texas.
Island.
Ugh,
But Texas.
ew.
That's what a Long Island is.
I would never have that.
They always put the
You've had
cola
Long
on
Island
top.
before.
A Long Island iced tea.
You've
no,
never
I
had a Long
haven't.
Island?
No.
What about a blue mother?
Oh.
No.
But that's got different names. I've heard it
Yeah.
referred to as a painkiller.
Painkiller, a blue mother.
No.
Adios.
Adios.
All of those
Mhm.
ingredients just
Yeah.
no.
Yeah, no, you're setting yourself up to get drunk really quickly and then it
And
become
to
a problem.
vomit.
Yeah. Well,
Those-
not, yeah, potentially.
Those the Adios Sayonara drinks, they were $3 at my college bar.
Yeah, y'all are sick.
At Bill Pickles Tavern.
Y'all are sick.
$3. So you would have 2 and then be set for the night.
Cocktail of the day today brought to you by Duffy's Sports Grill. Duffy'sMVP.com. That's where you can go get your 2-for-1 drinks all day, every day. But you also can get the new football features like the pulled pork barbecue nachos, like you know what? I haven't had one of those double smash burgers in quite some time. The Duffy's double smash burgers with the Angus beef, and you get the caramelized onions. And of course, you get that on a beautiful artisan bun. Those are some of the football features that they have for football season. But let's not forget about the 80 or more television screens at every single Duffy's location. You also get the touchdown tots. Go with the OG cheeseburger, people. Go with the OG cheeseburger touchdown tots and thank me later. Duffy Sports Grill is the place to go to be able to watch the games, watch all the action. It is October. We're going to get Sportsmageddon, where you have all of the sports playing all at the same time. If you want to be in a place where you can see a good angle of pretty much every single game you want to, Duffy Sports Grill is the place to go. Again, 2-for-1 drinks all day, every day. You don't have to check your watch. All you got to do is check online at duffysmvp.com to find the closest Duffys to you and get the party started. duffysmvp.com. At Duffy's, our game is always on. Uh-oh. Monday midterms.
This is your job.
What?
You'd start us up.
Start us up on what? I was just doing that.
I mean, you're just kind of sitting there to yourself in
I was
solitude.
letting the music play. It's a transition. You let the track breathe. Can I let the track breathe? You know what? Damn it! No, I don't want to do Monday midterms no more. Damn it. You ruined the fun for me now. I let the track breathe. Tina, do you see what he's doing? He's totally derailing everything.
Get started.
Huh?
Why don't you get started?
Okay. All right. Well, can we try it again? Just try it again.
No, I don't want to do my job now. You didn't want to do yours.
You know what my job is? To whoop your ass at Monday midterm.
Okay.
All right? So that's what I can't wait to do. Monday midterms is where Tina, the teacher, she asks us questions from the football games over the weekend, and C-Cat and I go head to head. If you're watching us on YouTube at ESPN West Palm, you can see that I have more points than C-Cat so far this season.
Hey, this is a marathon, not a sprint.
Sure, but I'm still winning the marathon too. So I'm ahead of you. I'm outpacing you right now in the marathon.
Sure, but maybe you have to stop to use the bathroom, and that's when I get to just zoom right past with my iron bladder.
Nobody would stop multiple times and stand still in line and use a bathroom in the middle of a marathon, C-Cat. That would be considered not running the full marathon. What are you talking about?
To some.
Yeah. Oh, hey, Tina.
I only haven't once. I only stopped once for about
Okay,
break.
just once. Okay, that counts. All right, Monday midterms. We have 6 questions. We have our whiteboards. We have our markers. Let's rock.
Are we ready?
Yeah. All right, you'll get the bell.
Yeah, do your job.
The bell.
You're so worried about everybody else's job. He's not doing his job.
The Denver Broncos completed one of the wildest comebacks of the season. How many points did they score in the fourth quarter?
Nice. Luckily, we were talking about this.
It's the free square.
Yeah, this is a free square. So we'll go ahead and we'll knock this one out early.
Love
33.
it. 33, both of you.
Double trays. And what I will say, too, man, is that defense, Brian Burns can get as mad as he wants about them dropping 8 and only rushing 3 on that last drive. When you give up 33 points, you can only be so mad at the DC.
I also think the NFL has changed so much in terms of the kickoff rule and how good the kickers have gotten. These comebacks are going to become more and more and more prevalent to where it's almost going to feel like a college basketball game where as long as that big-time favorite is within 15 points and there are 6 minutes to go in the game, they can win that game, and they probably will win that game.
We saw it with Bills-Ravens. We saw it just this weekend again, yesterday with the Broncos and the Giants. And I also will say that Jackson Dart interception, he threw it right to the defender. Now, clearly, it was a fake blitz, so he thought the guy had cleared. He thought that was going to be an opening in the field. He throws the slant over the middle, and the linebacker picks it off. But, you can't have that play with 5 minutes left with the lead that they had. It's one of those rookie mistake things. He'll be better in the future, but he still has a lot of work to do as a passer.
And there was a ball don't lie situation with how the Giants scored their last touchdown of the game to where the Giants blew their lead.
Yeah.
And then the Giants regained another lead with 39 seconds to go in the game off of an awful pass interference call on the defense in the end zone that bailed them all the way out. Or maybe it allowed the Giants to score sooner than they would have otherwise, where it allowed the Broncos to have more time on the clock.
You blinked and the Broncos scored on that next drive. It was just boom, boom, field goal.
Yeah.
Hurt.
That game gave a lot of entertainment value. Thankfully, it did. If that game wasn't good,
fantasy points too.
We had nothing yesterday. We started the show with how bad the Jets and the Dolphins are. There's nothing entertaining about the football yesterday.
I'll tell you, Bo Nix was beating my ass in fantasy football yesterday, and thank God for Christian McCaffrey at night. I will say that. So what a day.
4 teams lost by at least 20 this week. Name them 1 point for each.
Okay.
Right, nice. That's nice. That's a good one. A nice long form one again.
I think this week's a little easier.
Yeah.
Monday midterms.
I appreciate that.
Yeah.
I appreciate you making it easier for us. It was a tough weekend of football to watch, so it'd be nice to get a win on a Monday.
Yeah, I'm trying to think here.
We both know one off the rip.
Sure.
And then it gets a little tougher. And we're naming the losing teams, right?
Yes, 4 teams lost by
Okay.
at least 20.
Oh, my gosh.
This is tough. You got to think back to who the hell even played.
Okay, I got one. I'm missing one.
I'm missing one as well.
I think we probably have the same 3 teams correct. There was bad games.
More than 20 points, 20 or more points.
Yep, by at least 20.
There were bad games, too. I'm thinking what killed us in cover 5.
Maybe.
Lord have mercy.
I don't know.
Lord have mercy. Okay, I got it. Wow, I think I got all of them.
I'm unsure about my 4th. I knew that it was a bit of a blowout.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, me too.
Pencils down, boards up.
I went with the Dolphins, the Jaguars, the Raiders, and the Commanders.
You got it. I got Raiders, Jaguars, Chargers, Commanders. Chargers, I should have subbed out for the Dolphins.
Great job, CCAP. 4 for 4.
Yeah. I'm tripping. How did I forget about the Dolphins?
Wait, so Theo, how many did you get correct?
Got 3.
Wow.
How many did you get?
I got all 4.
Still winning.
So of these blowouts, which one did you learn the most from one of the teams in those blowouts?
It was the Dolphins.
Really? I thought I learned a lot about the Cowboys.
Yes.
The Cowboys blowing out the Commanders.
Yes and no, because Jaden Daniels is clearly hurt. Now, the Cowboys offense, I knew would be good, and CeeDee Lamb came back, so I expected him to put a lot of points up. I think Jaden Daniels being hampered the whole night takes a little bit away from that, because I wonder how less advantage, how much of a better position, the field position would be for the Commanders if you had a better offense as well. It's a weird one.
Yeah, 44-22.
Crazy.
Cowboys blew out the Commanders. Dak Prescott, 21 for 30, 3 touchdowns, no interceptions.
What was that Chargers-Colts final score?
Chargers-Colts.
That was
I think 14.
Ah.
They kind of just scored these garbage time touchdowns to kind of stay in it on the drives that Herbert didn't throw interceptions.
38-24. Wow.
I'm really curious with the MVP odds of Dak Prescott, because he's just been hanging around. And I think, did you bring up the point where if the Cowboys make the playoffs, Dak Prescott probably will win MVP?
No, I didn't, but maybe whoever made that point is pretty good. Also, by the way, my 2 Offensive Player of the Year tickets that I put in, Christian McCaffrey and Jonathan Taylor, I'm looking like a genius. It's going to be one of those 2. Maybe Jackson Smith and Jigma pulls up with another big game tonight and threatens it, but it'll be one of those 2 guys, and I feel really good about that.
Dak Prescott, 30-1 to win the MVP right now. Same odds as Lamar Jackson. Worse odds, or at least less likely to happen than Jordan Love, Jared Goff, Daniel Jones, and Matt Stafford.
I think it's going to end up being Mahomes. I think this is going to be Mahomes' final MVP season. But we'll see.
In the history of his career?
Yeah.
No. The way they protect quarterbacks, he'll have another pop year.
No, I think he's going to have more great years down the line. But again, the fatigue around that trophy specifically and that team specifically, I think is going to have voters voting for new guys who put up big stats and have surprising winning seasons.
Okay.
Just saying, this is the year.
So I gain 1 point on you by getting all 4.
Thanks.
You got 3.
Good job.
Quick story. My mom is a Dolphins fan, and she has a flag outside their house, and my dad took down the flag before the game was over yesterday.
Wow, we put it at half-mast.
Yeah.
No, he just took it down.
He just took it down.
You should have hung it up upside down.
Yeah.
We're in a state of war.
You're mourning if it's half-mast, so you still care. Taking it down is like, I don't even care anymore.
Wow. Like if this was the Revolutionary War, you traded in your red coat for a colonial uniform.
She was like, your dad wants to take down my flag. 15 minutes later, the flag is down.
Oh, my God.
I was like, the game's not even over.
That's awesome. You've heard the emphatic turning the TV off when you're tired of watching your team, but going outside, I'm assuming there's a small step ladder, and taking down a flag. That's awesome.
That's a process. The neighbors driving by. Hey, Susie.
Yeah.
Hey. What's you doing up there? Okay. No, that's crazy, bro.
Number 3. This player leads the NFL with 10 rushing touchdowns on the year.
Ooh, I got this one. Nice. Ooh, maybe I don't.
I was about to say, you're very confident.
I got 2 options here.
I am
And
struggling.
hopefully you pick the other option just so one of us gets this right.
Okay.
And it'll make me feel good that I was next in line.
I'm struggling on this one. But okay.
You said just rushing touchdowns, right?
Rushing touchdowns.
10 rushing touchdowns on the year.
Okay.
All right. Boards up.
His name
Jonathan
starts
Taylor.
with J, and it's either Jalen Hurts or Jonathan Taylor, and I went with Jonathan Taylor.
Jonathan Taylor.
Wow.
Let's
Let's
go.
Okay.
I don't think Jalen Hurts has 10 rushing touchdowns this year. That'd be crazy.
I just assume, I've got this preconceived notion on how he's getting these rushing touchdowns that they're coming via the tush push.
Yeah.
And the Eagles have put up points this year.
I should have been more confident in this answer because Jonathan Taylor's coming off of a 3-touchdown day. It's his second 3-touchdown day this year. Or I want to say potentially even his third. He's been a wrecking ball. He's been a baller for the Indianapolis Colts, both in the rushing game. And, it's his third 3-touchdown game. He did it against the Titans. He did it against the Raiders. And now he did it against the Chargers. So, Jonathan Taylor is likely going to end up being your offensive player of the year. And the Colts might be 14-3.
Hurts only had 5 rushing touchdowns this season so far.
Yeah, the offense hasn't been that good.
I'm a dummy. That game was closer than it should have been. I guess Vegas correctly predicted that game being closer than you might have expected between the Carson Wentz revenge game, Vikings, against the Eagles.
Yeah.
But Hurts threw the ball well.
Eagles covered.
Yeah, they did cover.
Yeah. That's all you needed. That's all I needed. Monday midterm.
The longest active win streak in the league right now is 4 straight wins. Name one of the 3 teams that is on a 4-game win streak.
One of the
3
teams that are on. We had a similar question last week, and I got it wrong.
Name all of them.
You thought opposite last week. Like you mixed up the question.
One of the teams on a 4-game win streak. Who's on a? Who,
have the?
I'm trying to think right now, and the 2 teams that are coming to mind have losses in the past 3 weeks.
Well, then pick one of those 2, and you'll be okay.
No, it's a 4-game win.
Yeah, I'm battling against you, CK.
Who are the good teams in the NFL? You got to be a good team to win 4 in a row.
You do.
You got to be a damn good team. There's only been 7 weeks of football, damn it.
Yeah, 7 weeks of football. So 4 in a row. You have to have 4 wins. Are any of the teams playing tonight? Nah.
All right.
I got mine down. I just wonder who the other 2 are.
All right. I got one.
I'll be extra and do the other 2.
Okay.
All right, we ready?
Ready.
I'm going with the Kansas City Chiefs again.
Oh, you idiot. They only have 3 wins.
Yeah. Oh, I am an idiot. You're
All
right.
So I got the Bears, the Colts, and the Broncos. The Bears is my answer, but I'm wondering if Colts, Broncos are the other 2.
The Bears, the Broncos, and the Patriots.
Wow.
Patriots.
I'm tripping. The Bears, the Broncos, and the Patriots. Wow. The Patriots.
What do the Patriots do? Oh, they beat the Titans over the weekend. Cam Ward with a very embarrassing fumble return for a touchdown to the Patriots.
That was Will Levis-esque.
That was the Mike Vrabel revenge game where he kind of put his foot down and said, "How dare you fire me? I'm just going to go get my dream job."
I was about to say it's a much better. He's in a much better position this year.
Yeah,
he's in a much better position, especially given that he's beloved in New England. So, point for Theo, no point for CCAT. Now we're tied on the day.
Yeah. What do we both have? 6?
We both have 6.
All right, Tina. What do we got next?
Who is the highest scoring team of Week 7 thus far?
Ooh. Highest scoring team. Okay. I think.
Uh-oh. Ooh. Uh-oh. I got it.
I think I got it too.
Wow. Thankfully, in my research for today's show, I came across this number.
Okay. All right. Back in the day, we had this song, Tipping on Four Foes, and the Dallas Cowboys dropped 44 on the Commanders. I believe
and I also answered the Dallas Cowboys. I believe we both got that one correct.
You did.
All right.
I almost went with the Chargers, who had 42.
If I did not look up Dak Prescott's passing yards before this, I wouldn't have gotten that right.
Well, I'm glad you looked it up, and I'm glad that we're both killing Monday midterms because last week was very humbling.
How many more we got?
One more.
All right.
Last question.
This is the deciding question on Monday midterms, checking the ball knowledge from the NFL weekend. Which
team has the worst point differential in the NFL this season?
Wait, what was those words?
That's a big word for Al, huh? Yeah. I said that in my head multiple times before I differential.
You made it kind of French.
I had to say, I was like, I'm going to mess this up just by overthinking it.
I have this one correct. And
right,
I am very confident in the worst scoring differential in the NFL.
So the funny thing is the Jets keep on playing these close games, so it's not them despite them being winless. The Dolphins, by the way, have been blown out like 3 or 4 times. So I just got to go with the Dolphins. The Saints haven't really been blown out.
You're going Dolphins. I'm going Dolphins as well.
Yeah.
Worst point differential in the NFL?
Ending on a low note.
Oh, no.
Oh.
It's the Titans.
Oh, wow. You know what? That should have been obvious. They got blown out every game except for the one.
And their only one win was very marginal, too.
I was thinking the Jets, they keep playing close games, but their one win was marginal. Damn it. I mean, I'm sorry. Excuse me. The Dolphins' one win was marginal over the Jets. Damn it.
Now I'm looking this up. I want to see how close we were. Titans are minus 96 on the season. And for the Dolphins, minus 65. So not even that close.
Wow.
Well, you know, they played the Bills close.
Okay.
And
Bengals are getting up there. Minus 78 point differential.
They had a couple of stinkers. They had a couple
Raiders,
of
minus 77. So they were better options than both your and I answers by a long shot.
It's our South Florida bias.
Yeah, Saints minus 61. Yeah, we were dang. I
mean, it just feels worse out here. And that was Monday midterms. Thank you to Tina. We both tied TCAT at 7 apiece. And the score, the cumulative score margin will remain the same. What doesn't remain the same is the level of execution you can get if you go with a professional mover or if you try to do it on your own. There's clearly an advantage to getting the pros to come and help you out. And that's why I've been telling you guys about Safebound Moving and Storage. They are the folks to rock with. They can get you from point A to point B, safe, secure, and most importantly, you won't hurt yourself and struggle trying to move on your own. They are South Florida's most trusted moving company. They moved my sister from South Florida to Georgia. They can move you, whether you're moving from outside of the Sunshine State in, maybe you're in the Sunshine State and you're moving out, or you're just moving around in between state lines. Safebound Moving and Storage has a trained team of experts. They are family-owned and based in West Palm Beach, serving all of Florida. Check in with the good people, safeboundmoving.com. They also have Safebound Luxury, an expert team in art handling, special event moving, and, of course, luxury retail with some high-end residential options for you as well. Safebound's luxury services also have you covered. Safebound Moving and Storage. You're safe with Safebound. Safeboundmoving.com. That was fun. That's always fun, Tina. I appreciate you.
That was a shootout that week. You know, sometimes there's defensive games. Yeah. Sometimes the final score is 13-9. That was a fun one. That was like 28-25.
The fans left entertained.
Mm-hmm.
But we tied, actually.
Okay.
We both had 7. So.
Final score 35-35.
Yeah. Oh, you know what it was? It was Packers Cowboys.
There you go. 40-40, right?
40-40. Right locked in. Are you proud of us?
Yeah, today was fun.
Thank you. I appreciate that. It makes me feel better. On the other side, less fun topics like your Miami Dolphins and those Miami Hurricanes. That's Tina, that's CCAT. We are theoretically speaking. And I'm Theo on ESPN 106.3.
Live from the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios. Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE. This is ESPN 106.3.
We want to see you in a Greenway Kia.
Are you tired of the hassle of buying a car? At Greenway Kia of West Palm Beach, we're changing the game. No pushy salespeople here, just friendly product specialists on salary here to help you find the perfect ride. With over 500 vehicles in stock and a goal to sell 250 by month's end, that means incredible deals are waiting for you. Forget the back and forth negotiations. Once you pick your dream Kia, you'll work with one manager the entire time, making decisions on the spot for a smooth, stress-free experience. We'll even handle the paperwork, your tags, insurance, and every detail. Need help learning all the features? We'll schedule a post-delivery session when it's convenient for you. And if you can't make it in, we'll bring a new Kia right to your home or office for a test drive. Plus, for a limited time, you'll see the factory invoice right on the windshield of every car in the showroom. Visit Greenway Kia today or shop online at GreenwayKiaWestPalmBeach.com.
We want to see you in a Greenway Kia.
Hi, it's Evan Cohen. Billy Napier is out in Gainesville, but Mike Norvell is here to stay in Tallahassee. All the college football talk all day here on ESPN 106.3.
During football season, keep your home in the win column with EDS Air Conditioning. Right now, qualified customers can score 0% interest for 60 months on a brand new AC. Hot streaks belong on the field, not in your living room. With over 800 Google reviews and a 4.8 star rating, EDS is the trusted MVP since 2006. Visit EDSisyes.com today. Kick off your game day comfort and don't sweat the small stuff.
Kaiser University's flagship campus. The 100-acre residential campus at 2600 North Military Trail in West Palm Beach extends Kaiser University's educational offerings to over 100 degrees. Kaiser University also has an athletic program with 26 national championships, including back-to-back-to-back lacrosse titles, and they just won their first ever national championship for men's tennis. Visit KUSeahawks.com for the latest on the championship flagship campus of Kaiser University.
ESPN West Palm is on the move. Brought to you by Safebound Moving and Storage, the most trusted moving company in Florida. You're safe with Safebound.
Whether it's a clutch touchdown pass, a game-winning dunk, or an impressive dash to the finish, we want to highlight the best performance of the week. The winning performance will receive $500 courtesy of Baptist Health Orthopedic Care. Catch the biggest moments and winners all season long on ESPN 106.3 and ESPN West Palm Play. Nominate them today by emailing highschool@espnwestpalm.com. Baptist Health Orthopedic Care. Welcome to being treated like a pro.
Overheard at the Hard Rock Bet Party. You see that new welcome offer? Bet $5 and get $150 in bonus bets if you win. I think we got to jump on this.
What's John Daly think?
I think you got to grip it and rip it.
Grip it?
And rip it.
Hard Rock Bet Sportsbook. Roll with us. New players bet $5, get $150 in bonus bets if you win. Payable in bonus bets, not a cash offer. Offered by the Seminole Tribe of Florida. Must be 21 and up and physically present in Florida to wager. Terms and conditions apply. Concerned about gambling? Please call 1-888-ADMIT-IT.
Touchdown!
Racetrack is proud to support our local high school football teams. Whether it's Friday night lights or tailgate parties, Racetrack has whatever gets you going to fuel all the gridiron excitement this fall. Grab your favorite snacks, crispy chips, delicious Nathan's hot dogs, sweet treats, or our house-made pizza slices. Don't forget to quench your thirst with a variety of ice-cold drinks. Racetrack, your one-stop shop to fuel your football Fridays.
Get ready, South Florida. It's the 12th annual Boca Raton Bowl. Tuesday, December 23rd, 2 p.m. at FAU's Flagler Credit Union Stadium. Two of the best group of 5 teams go head-to-head in the ultimate holiday showdown. Over 150 players have gone from this field to the NFL. Who's next? Visit BocaRatonBowl.com for the latest, including when tickets will go on sale. The 12th annual Boca Raton Bowl, Tuesday, December 23rd, 2 p.m. at Flagler Credit Union Stadium.
Hi, I'm Scott Smith with Smith Ball Baez and Prather, Florida Injury Lawyers. As you have likely seen and heard, law firm advertising is at an all-time high. Attorney ads seem to be part of every radio and TV commercial segment. Some firms are even using paid actors and actresses to speak for them. At Smith Ball Baez and Prather, we know that the decision to hire a law firm should never be based on advertisements alone. It is our past results and many positive 5-star reviews that we encourage you to read at smithball.com to learn more about our law firm. We have board-certified lawyers. We have lawyers listed in the best lawyers in America and in super lawyers. But most importantly, we have experienced lawyers located right here in Palm Beach County and the Treasure Coast that are ready to be your advocate and your voice, and fully prepared to start fighting for your legal rights today. Our purpose, legal power. Our mission, huge results. If you've been injured, the lawyers at Smith Ball Baez and Prather will help. Call us at 500-HELP, 500-HELP. With Smith Ball Baez and Prather, help is just a local phone call away. Offices Palm Beach Gardens, Boca Raton, and Port St. Lucie.
Live from the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios, Theo Dorsey is theoretically speaking. Streaming live on YouTube, here's Theo Dorsey.
Step into pro-level orthopedic care at Baptist Health. Pro-level care, intense care, with experts, with doctors who are used to working with the professional athletes that you watch on Sundays and Mondays and Thursdays and Fridays and Tuesdays and sometimes doesn't matter. Baptist Health works with all of them, and they provide that same pro-level care to you, despite your amateur status. They won't even ask you. It doesn't matter to them because they treat everyone with the utmost care. From weekend warriors to seasoned pros, our all-pro team delivers the advanced care that you deserve. And it doesn't take an athletic status to deserve it. So get back to doing what you love most. I know that you all love padel. You're pickleball savants. Maybe you're a swimmer. Maybe you just like working out, pumping iron in the gym. I want you to get back to doing those things that keep you active, that keep you young, that keep you feeling good about yourself. And the good people at Baptist Health Orthopedic Care can ensure that you do. Learn more at baptisthealth.net/ortho. That's baptisthealth.net/ortho. Joint pain, sports injuries, they're the ones to see. baptisthealth.net/ortho. And speaking of injuries, it is time now for our Baptist Health Orthopedic Care Injury Report.
My leg! I am not angry. I am in pain. My leg!
Time now for an injury report.
My head and torso! Wow, that's crazy. They hit me everywhere except my leg!
Presented by Baptist Health Orthopedic Care. Go where the pros go.
My leg!
Commanders quarterback Jaden Daniels had an MRI on his hamstring, and it is not considered a long-term injury. This per an Adam Schefter tweet. He says, per head coach Dan Quinn, his status for next Monday night against the Kansas City Chiefs won't be revealed until later this week. So the hamstring injury is there. It is not considered something that's going to put him on IR, and he seems like he's going to be a decision that's made later in the week, depending on what happens at practice. That's a big game for the Commanders against the Chiefs, though, especially coming off of a disappointing divisional blowout loss to the Cowboys. They can't just mail it in against the team and the Chiefs, who also need a big win. That is your Baptist Health Orthopedic Care Injury Report.
For our radio audience, Theo, you're like waving your hand around your mic. What are you doing? Is there a spider?
It's a bug that's bothering me. Yeah, you won't get away.
Is it one of those like, not like a fly, but like a little bug that's like attracted to your eyes? You ever see those ones that like the humidity and the moisture?
The no-see-ums?
Yes, I don't know.
Is that
I'm
what
not
they're called?
studying the damn bug. I'm trying to
Just
kill
asking.
him.
They have similar tendencies.
Okay, thank you.
But a fly is a fly. We don't know a common house fly, right? It's not
Right.
one of those. I would
This
be
is
able to
not
see
a
it.
This is not a house fly. It's something else.
Something more nefarious.
Yeah. It might have a disease on it.
Wow. We're going to the Boca Bowl golf outing tomorrow. I'm very much anticipating that. Maybe someone who twists their ankle trying to crank a 350-yard drive might need help from Baptist Health Orthopedic Care.
We'll get around.
But, you always throw this around. My favorite Boca Bowl event leading up to the big game in December. This is my favorite event. This is the event that I cannot wait. I circle on the calendar. I make sure no vacations are made, no off days. I make sure I am at the Boca Raton tomorrow.
We're going to know the World Series stage tomorrow morning. We're going to know.
We had a Game 7 tonight.
Yeah. Are you rooting for the Blue Jays to get embarrassed?
Yeah, I want a good game.
Okay.
If I'm going to spend time watching that game, it better be a good game.
You don't have to spend time watching.
I'll take solace in knowing that the Mariners won if they win 12-0.
The fly is bothering Tina now. I got him away.
But, give me a Mariners win, I guess.
The Mariners have never reached the World Series. The Blue Jays haven't reached the World Series since 1993. So either way, it's going to be a historic birth, and it's going to be a Game 7, and that's always fun in sports. So it is one of those things that you got to at least have on the television screen, especially when the only other competition is going to be maybe what time is this thing? First pitch by around 8:15?
Yeah, it's 8 o'clock. They say 8. We'll see.
Yeah, I mean,
this is the first time. Yeah, you said since 93. That was the Joe Carter back-to-back. Touch 'em all, Joe. You'll never hit a bigger home run in your life. The Drake cover for his back-to-back hit tapes, mixtapes.
Well, it wasn't his mixtape. It was just a diss track.
Diss track. That's what I meant to say. I'm sorry. That's the word I was looking for.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
I remember when that was released. It was when I was in the Outer Banks, and I cared a little bit about it. No one else in my beach house did. So I just kept it to myself.
You're the only one that was like, guys, Drake just got him. Meek is finished.
If you tune into ALCS Game 7 tonight, I wonder how many times they're going to show that Joe Carter 3-run home run. If that's the first time the Blue Jays could make it to the World Series since that Blue Jays winning the World Series in back-to-back years, they are going to play it often.
Oh, yeah.
Especially if there are big home runs hit. Like Vladdy hit a home run when it was 4-0. That wasn't that big of a home run. It was not the Jose Bautista bat flip home run they love to use. There might be a big hit tonight that gets referenced to biggest home run since X, Y, and Z.
I agree. You know what? I guarantee it.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, damn right. And I wasn't distracted by the fly was over here bothering me, and I did hear everything you said.
Yeah, I'm trying to plan plans, after party stuff.
For tomorrow, for
yeah.
after the Boca Bowl golf outing. Tina.
Last year, after the Boca Raton Bowl golf outing, we got the trash can lid.
We did.
Mm-hmm.
We have to, how do we
It was October 30th last year, so I
Yes.
woke up, put on a Halloween costume that Theo gave it to us at the office, and we made it into the office the following day, very hungover.
Are we going to do costumes again?
No. Well, I'm not. On the 30th, we would need to.
Oh, we don't have a show. We don't have a show on Halloween this time.
We do. It's on Friday,
it's
but
on
I
Friday.
won't be here.
Oh, you won't be here.
No.
Oh,
but we can
so
do the
if Tina's not
30th.
going to be here, we shouldn't plan anything.
We can't do
on the
anything. It doesn't even
30th.
matter what we do.
I'm showing up with my big suitcase packed to fly to Turkey, so like that'll
Okay, so
complicate
that's
things for
not-
me.
Yeah, we're not doing costumes.
So we'll plan that when that happens. But like, do you guys want to go out? You guys want to have some show bonding experience?
I loved our show bonding the last time.
I know. I think it's
I
gonna be
left
great. So I'm supposed to be
early.
emceeing the awards show and stuff. So I can't get started as soon as y'all right after the golf outing.
Okay.
But then when that's wrapped up, then yeah, let's kick it.
All
Let's
right,
vibe.
good.
But where? What? We just
Anywhere.
go kick it. You know, the Boca Raton has a beautiful, beautiful bar that oversees the water. I'm sure those drinks are going to be
free. I mean,
I'm sure those drinks they're not going to be 2 for 1. I'll tell you that much.
Okay. I was thinking the other way around, where how long's the open bar open till?
We can
Cash
find
it on
out.
that.
We can find out. Let's cash
Okay.
it on the open bar. Let's plan around this. Let's try to. We got to get intentional with our planning with this.
All right.
Little Tuesday night fun for the show. Russo and Rizzo is next. We've got the NBA tipping off tomorrow too. It's gonna be a great day. Go in love. Go in peace. Go enjoy.
Business owners, are your employees driving you nuts? Is money tight? Or have you just poured your heart and soul into your business and now it's time to retire and just relax? At Transworld Business Advisors, they have buyers from all over the world ready to buy your business now. Call for a confidential conversation